Delhi chokes, Parliament looks away. Health crisis missing from House agenda.
ताकि असं दिखायचं आज अगले 2 दशकच्या लंबे compliance goes down.
Demand for clean air continues outside. But no debate, no plan, no urgency in Parliament.
राजनीतिक मामला नहीं है, ये सबको इफेक्ट कर रहा है, इसको हमें सीरियसली लेना चाहिए, चर्चा होनी चाहिए पार्लियामेंट में।
Delhi gasps for breath, Parliament gasps for time. That is our top focus on 5 Live.
Hello and welcome. This is a live broadcast coming to you from right outside Parliament. Parliament, which is on its day 3 of the winter session. Winter session, winter here in the national capital, where all of us are breathing AQI of 500. But this AQI of 500 doesn't seem to bother our politicians sitting right inside. Why is that? Why is that the case when here in Parliament there is 0 hour discussion, 0 hours dedicated for discussion on air pollution, and just a kilometer away at Jantar Mantar, citizens are asking questions. I went there earlier in the day to Jantar Mantar to try and understand what the young people there wanted, what their demands were. And here I am to try and get some answers from the politicians. I'm Sonal Mehrotra Kapoor. This is 5 Live, and we are dedicating, like we have been for the past 1 month or so, all our time today on the program on the issue of pollution. Is there going to be a pollution ka solution? Is there even a starting point to it? Then we've not even got recognition of the matter from those who are all powerful here in the country. I have guests with me over here. I have Jay, who's been an activist. He has been talking about the issue of pollution for years now. For 10 years or so, Jay and I have been discussing, 12 years or so, we've been discussing this issue. I also have with me my colleague Ashwarya, who's been covering this issue inside Parliament. So we want to understand what activists feel about it, what general, regular citizens feel about it, and then we'll get some insights from Ashwarya on why. Why is it that this issue hasn't bothered politicians who are also breathing the same air? But first up, let's cut across to some updates coming in on the matter. All right, update on pollution coming in from the national capital, where to monitor pollution in Delhi, the Delhi government has now said that they will form a committee. This committee will be chaired by Chief Minister Rekha Gupta herself. And the committee is also said to have some senior scientists, experts and representatives from the central government will also be members of this committee. Well, that's the big development right here. We've been asking what is the solution. Now Delhi government tells us that they will be forming a committee to come up with a solution. Let's see where this one goes. But for the moment, let me get a quick reaction on this, Jay. Committees, 12 years, have we seen them come and go, or is this too little too late?
I think we have enough monitoring infrastructure in Delhi and CR to know what the problem is. I don't think we need a monitoring committee. I think we need action. It sounds like they're just biding time to Holi so that all this uproar and the emergency passes. The 5 months are over. Then we get into kind of moderate to poor air.
Citizens feel kuch to kar rahe hain.
Well, I think we've seen Kuch To Kar Rahe Hain for the past 12 years. And the problem is just getting worse every year. So I don't think we're going to be okay with Kuch To Kar Rahe Hain. We've seen enough of this, delaying tactics and, kind of pushing the ball around. We don't need a monitoring committee. I mean, I think this is too little, too late into the season.
CPCB and the CQM also monitoring committees which report to the government?
All we've seen so far is monitoring committees and demands for more data and more source apportionment studies. We have enough data, we have enough source apportionment studies, we have enough monitoring. I don't think Delhi NCR lacks in monitoring infrastructure. The rest of North India does, but not Delhi NCR. So why we need another monitoring committee that's going to be created? They're just biding time and trying to pacify the public that something is happening. Yeah.
My colleague Sushant has brought us this news and joins us now. Sushant, take us through what exactly will be the purview of this committee. We are told it will be chaired by the Chief Minister herself, but how is it different from the others that already exist in the capital?
देखिए सोनम, मैं आपको बता दूं कि दिल्ली में आज केंद्रीय नेतृत्व के साथ दिल्ली की मुख्यमंत्री और तमाम जो एनवायरनमेंट से रिलेटेड ऑफिसर्स हैं उन सबकी आज बैठक हुई। उसमें ये तमाम अलग अलग तरीके से निर्णय जो है वो लिए गए। खुद उसके बाद दिल्ली की मुख्यमंत्री ने तमाम विभाग के अधिकारियों के साथ आज बैठक की है दिल्ली सचिवालय में। वो बैठक अभी जस्ट खत्म हुई है और उसमें साफ तौर पर कई सारे महत्वपूर्ण फैसले लिए गए। सबसे महत्वपूर्ण फैसला ये है कि आज ही दिल्ली के अंदर पोल्यूशन को मॉनिटरिंग करने के लिए एक कमेटी का गठन जो है वो सरकार जो है वो कर सकती है। उसकी चेयरपर्सन खुद मुख्यमंत्री होंगे, उसमें एक्सपर्ट्स होंगे, उसमें कई बड़े साइंटिस्ट होंगे और केंद्रीय प्रतिनिधित्व के लोग भी जो है वो शामिल होंगे, जो डे टू डे मॉनिटरिंग करेंगे इस पूरे मामले को लेकर के कि क्या पोल्यूशन को लेकर के क्या मेजर्स अपनाने चाहिए, क्या नहीं अपनाने चाहिए और किस तरीके से उन पे काम हो रहा है। इसके साथ ही सरकार की तरफ से सख्त निर्देश जो है वो जारी कर दिए गए हैं। अगर दिल्ली के अंदर कहीं पर भी रोड कटिंग होती है या फिर कंस्ट्रक्शन का काम हो रहा है, चाहे वो सरकारी हो चाहे वो निजी हो, अगर वहां पर नियमों की अनदेखी पाई जाती है तो तुरंत उस निजी कंपनी के खिलाफ, चाहे वो सरकारी एजेंसी हो, उसके खिलाफ जो है तुरंत एफआईआर जो है वो दर्ज की जाएगी। उसके अलावा सख्त एक्शन जो है वो लिया जाएगा, नोटिस जारी किया जाएगा और सीधे तौर पर ये
कौन करेगा ये नोटिस जारी, सुशांत?
जिनकी जिम्मे
कौन सी अथॉरिटी को दिया गया है ये पर्व्यू, कौन करेगा? दिल्ली सरकार करेगी। जी
देखिए,
जी बताएं।
दिल्ली सरकार का डीपीसीसी जो विभाग है वो इसके ऊपर पूरी मॉनिटरिंग जो है वो करेगा। डीपीसीसी तमाम जो इलाकों के अंदर कंस्ट्रक्शन हो रही है या फिर डेमोलेशन हो रहा है या कंस्ट्रक्शन का वर्क हो रहा है या फिर कोई भी विकास कार्य हो रहा है, उन सभी कार्यों पर निगरानी रखेगी। अगर वहां पर डस्ट कंट्रोल करने के लिए कोई भी मेजर्स अगर नहीं अपनाए जाते हैं तो उस पर डीपीसीसी को सख्त आदेश दिया गया है कि उस पर एक्शन जो है वो लिया जाए और उसके ऊपर कार्रवाई जो है वो की जाए। इसके साथ ही तमाम जो एनसीआर के रीजन्स हैं वहां पर जो म्युनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन है उनके साथ मिलकर के दिल्ली नगर निगम और दिल्ली सरकार जो है वो वाटर स्प्रिंकलिंग को ज्यादा से ज्यादा बढ़ावा जो है वो देगी। 100 से ज्यादा कई सारी मशीन जो है वाटर स्प्रिंकलिंग को लेकर के एमसीडी को कहा गया है कि वो अपने इलाकों के अंदर जो छोटी सड़कें हैं उनके ऊपर उनको लेकर के परचेज जो है वो करे ताकि दिल्ली में डस्ट को लेकर के कंट्रोल करने के लिए जो मेजर्स अपनाए जाने चाहिए वो अपनाए जाए।
ठीक है सुशांत, तो आप बता रहे हैं कि इसमें जितने वाटर स्प्रिंकलिंग है उसको बढ़ाया जाएगा, उसको और मॉनिटर करा जाएगा एंड जो कंस्ट्रक्शन एक्टिविटीज़ हैं उनके अगेंस्ट स्ट्रिक्ट एक्शन लिया जाएगा। बट दिस इज स्टिल गोइंग टू बी सेट अप, इट हैजंट बीन फॉर्म्ड येट। वन वंडर्स इफ दिस इज टू लिटिल टू लेट दैट इज बीइंग डन। वन ऑल्सो वंडर्स दैट व्हेन इट कम्स टू द इशू ऑफ पोल्यूशन, वी हैव कॉन्स्टेंटली बीन सेइंग दैट इट इज नॉट अ दिल्ली एनसीआर इशू. It is an issue that impacts 60% of the country. There is now enough and more data that speaks about it. It is a North India problem. So why is it that we are treating it still like something that Delhi government can fix? Isn't this something that calls for a national emergency to be looked into? So that's one thing to ponder over. Meanwhile, I have more guests joining here with me. Maushmi, my colleague, is also here. Before I go to all of them, I want to take your attention for a minute to what is it that the common man really wants. Earlier in the day at Jantar Mantar, lots of citizens, some young students as well who had skipped school and colleges, came down with banners and posters in hand. In fact, I met a mother whose testimony really moved me on why she cares about air so much. We spoke with them to try and understand exactly this, that when people care enough to come out on the streets in 500 AQI, why doesn't this make enough impact inside the parliament as well? Take a look.
ये कालस आपके फेफड़े हैं, ये कालस हमारी सरकार की नीतियां हैं, उनकी पॉलिसी है, उनका कालापन, द ग्रे, दिस इज द शेड ऑफ ग्रे. Our government is actually right now performing. That's why my prime minister could say.
What do you want from the government? क्या करना चाहिए immediately?
देखो, सिंपल सी बात है. आपके बाथरूम में आपकी बाल्टी में पानी भर रहा है और वो नीचे गिर रहा है, तो आप बाल्टी के आगे बाल्टी लगाएं, जो इस वक्त सरकार कर रही है, या फिर आप नलका बंद कर दें. नलका बंद चीन ने किया. चीन का एग्जांपल इसलिए दे रहा हूँ क्योंकि भाई देखो, टेक्नोलॉजी एक सोल्यूशन है.
Tell me your name, where have you come from?
I'm Sudhir. I'm from Dhanbad, Jharkhand. I study here.
Study here. धनबाद की हवा भी इतनी खराब है?
नहीं यार, एक तो हमको ये समझ नहीं आता कि धनबाद तो कोल कैपिटल है ना देश का, मतलब दे से इट्स कोल कैपिटल, उसके बावजूद अगर वो इतना साफ है तो फिर दिल्ली इतना क्यों बुरा है? मतलब वहां तो कोल जल रहा है ना, ऐसे पागल जैसा जल रहा है. आई हैव सीन टन्स ऑफ कोल बर्निंग हियर एंड देयर. मतलब मेरे स्कूल के जस्ट बगल में, जहाँ पे मेरा स्कूल था, उसके जस्ट बगल में खंडर था पूरा, और वहाँ कोल जलते रहता था. मेरा स्कूल में हम फिर भी क्रिकेट खेल सकते थे, हम यहाँ पे नहीं खेल पाते.
तो पार्लियामेंट जो है वो यहाँ से बहुत दूर नहीं, करीब 1 किलोमीटर 2 किलोमीटर दूरी है, वहां पर भी ये सारे डिस्कशंस चल रहे हैं. आपको लगता है उनको उठाना चाहिए मुद्दा पोल्यूशन का?
ये आई डोंट थिंक इट्स अ क्वेश्चन. मतलब ये क्या क्वेश्चन है कि उठाना चाहिए? सिंपल, इससे ज्यादा कुछ रेलेवेंट नहीं है अभी, पर्टिकुलरली अभी. मतलब ये तो क्वेश्चन होना ही नहीं चाहिए कि उठाना चाहिए या नहीं उठाना चाहिए, तो बहुत बेसिक है.
Tell me your name. What compelled you to come out when the AQI is still 500?
My name is Namrata Yadav and I am a mother of a 7-year-old child who's already gone through 4 eye surgeries, and he was a premature baby, an IUGR baby, which now there's enough scientific evidence that pollution leads to, and I mean there's direct correlation between IUGR babies and pollution. When I was 5 months pregnant, the first question I was asked was whether I was a smoker. And I'm not a smoker, but I think I'm a smoker now. And my son's childhood is not normal. And if I don't come out on the streets and fight for him, then I don't think I'll ever be able to live with myself.
If I don't come out on the streets and fight for the lungs of my child, I don't think I'll ever be able to live with myself. Just one of the many voices who were there at Jantar Mantar today. But that's exactly the question here. If people feel so strongly about the issue, why hasn't it picked up inside Parliament? On this point, I want to bring in my colleagues here. Aishwarya and Mausami are here with me as well. Aishwarya, we were talking about this earlier. You know, I spoke with, by the way, just FYI to all our viewers, we try to speak with so many MPs all day long. And while they're ready to speak to us off record, a lot of younger ones, mind you, they don't come on record to speak about the issue. Do you have some insights on why that's happening?
I think the government at the moment is still, Sonal is actually looking at a foolproof plan of what exactly to do, because this was one of the major issues, especially in the state, in the national capital. You know, after 27 years, you come back. So the people were hoping that when you come back with an elaborate plan. Okay, we'll do this, we'll do this, we'll do this. And on the back of that plan, you also give a deadline of sorts. That, okay, you know, maybe you need to give us a year. They could have asked for a year. They could have asked maybe for 2 years, telling the people that these are the problems and we will solve these problems. I think the other problem also, which not just the BJP, the other parties are also feeling, and this is something which Congress MPs have been speaking about, the younger generation, they are the ones who are now scared to come in the national capital. The older ones are still a little bit okay with it, that okay, hey, pollution.
I have a slightly different view. I think the older politicians haven't woken up to the issue just yet. Just like how it happens in our houses, I think our parents and our grandparents still haven't understood the degree of damage that happens with air pollution. It's the same with older MPs as well.
They think that it's okay, you know, just 15 days, maybe to 25 days, that's it. And also the MPs, they do not feel the impact of it, because they are here barely for 20-25 days. Those who are staying in the national capital understand that it's not a 25-day problem. It starts in October and goes on till almost Feb. So this is the timeline where you are staying, and I think the younger people also are understanding, and this is something which the doctors are telling them. If you stay with these lungs, your lifespan will be shortened. Now just imagine if there is a baby, the lifespan of the baby already has been shortened.
So I spoke with an MP earlier in the day, Mausami, and I don't want to name the person. He's a young MP from BJP, recently became a dad, and said that I have raised up this issue with my party earlier, but I've been told that there's no point going on about it yet. I really care, but I don't know how to talk about it. That's the reality. Are you also feeling the same thing when you talk to, say, Congress MPs?
You know, it's laughable. You know, Parliament is supposed to deliberate on very serious issues, and pollution is one of the plaguing issues. It's a national issue, and especially when you're breathing in a gas chamber like the national capital. The entire politics over pollution has divided the politicians. So, they are colored in terms of certain parties will wear, politicians will wear masks and bring oxygen cylinders, while the other politicians who perhaps are from the ruling party don't find the air toxic. So I'm saying that...
But they did. when they were not in power, when election campaigning was going on, when manifestos were being written. Then they did care.
Right. So that's what I'm saying, that, they are colored in terms of what their party, if you're in the ruling party, you can't really oppose or talk about pollution. I think we need to get above that. The politicians need to get above that and fight for this cause at large. And thereby, you're talking about Sonia Gandhi's article in terms of, we saw lots of Congress politicians coming out. Aishwarya caught Dipendra Hooda. I spoke to Imran Masood, who got optics. Yes, beyond the optics, what are you really doing? Sonia Gandhi has written an article, and if you would want me to elaborate on that, talking about that, slamming the Modi government in terms of the homegrown policy about favoring corporates, getting clearances later after they've really corporate clearances, on environment later. And it's also, she's also talking about the death of the Aravali by, making changes in the policy. So, and talking about the gas chamber that many cities, not only the national capital, has become, but beyond
For them also, it's not enough to press. Like there was a protest on SIR, but there's been no protest from the Congress on pollution.
So I've been told that today they had a protest on the Labour Code, and there could possibly be a protest on pollution tomorrow, because it's only the third day in the Parliament.
In Parliament, you're saying there will be a protest on pollution?
There's going to be a protest on pollution. Perhaps we'll see lots of, and there has been a protest on pollution earlier in the previous years also. And you and me have been reporting on pollution for decades now. Like, I'm not that old, but yes, for at least 15 years, I've been seeing this.
Our lungs are very old, Maushami. I don't care about the age. We are clearly aging with all this air. Bhavleen is also here with us. She represents warrior moms who have been at the forefront. You are the guys who went to Supreme Court, got GRAP implemented. You are the guys who went and said something needs to be done on the issue of air pollution. I want to understand this from you. When you and I spoke back in, say, 2014, 2015 versus 2025 now, what do you think has changed and what has not?
So I think nobody is saying no to air pollution anymore. Those were the years when they said air pollution wo kya hota hai? You know, there's nothing that anyone would. But now everyone agrees, from the MPs to the rickshawala to waste worker, हाँ प्रदूषण तो है, and nobody dare say कि नहीं है, वो आप कोई नहीं बोलता. लेकिन what really didn't go well, not only now, even for the past so many years, like 10, 12, 15 years, that what you're trying to do is absolutely in the wrong direction. You are saying कि प्रदूषण करिए, pollution करिए और फिर उसको साफ करते हैं. So whether it was a smog tower, or now you want to sprinkle water, or you want to do cloud seeding, whether it works, not works, irrespective, चलो हम citizens हैं, हम सब हमेशा गलत है, आप सही है. फिर भी what direction that you're going into is absolutely wrong, because you want to create pollution and then clean it. That is never going to get us clean air. Clean air will happen only when you will work on the sources of pollution. And that is the most important thing. That means for that, you need structural reforms, you need systemic changes, you need very, very strict compliance. There's no...
But what do you have to say about, and Jay, come in on this point as well, GRAP 3, GRAP 4 measures, compared to last year to now, do you see a difference?
Well, we saw a loosening, right? And we saw resistance to go to GRAP 4. And I want to get to my theory on why the government is not addressing this issue. The goal of the development agenda and the goal of $5 trillion economy directly conflicts with climate and air pollution. So you are, in one hand, you are driving irresponsible construction, irresponsible consumption, and on the other hand, you want to reel it in and say, okay, now we need to reverse air pollution, you need conscious consumption, right? You need health, you need hygiene, you need to bring back Swachh Bharat, which we don't even remember anymore. I mean, that was a message, I want to say over a decade ago. Nobody's even mentioned it in a decade. Now, so we need to bring that back. And I don't see that from anybody. I mean, early in this season alone, the day GRAP 1 was announced, within 48 hours of it, the Supreme Court lifted the fireworks ban, which was mind-baffling. That just tells you the agenda of the government, right? That, it is a faith-based agenda. It's not a health-based agenda. It's not a life-based agenda. So it's very clear that faith, politics, and profit is taking precedence over health and life.
Yeah, but, air pollution, and I think I keep talking about this constantly, it's not just a climate problem. It's a health problem. I think we need to start looking at air pollution not as a climate crisis, but as a health crisis. And we need to start addressing it, therefore, immediately and in the long term. We have to do both. But, you know, we were talking about what people are feeling and perhaps why some people still haven't woken up to the idea of air pollution. The next story that we're going to play out now might make you think why. Now, here on 5 Live, we've been constantly talking about this phenomena called pollution refugees. Jay actually was on the program and he coined that term for us. He said pollution refugees is the term now. People are leaving the National Capital Region, leaving their jobs, their families, their entire setup behind, taking jobs which actually pay less, but going to places and settling down for the sake of their kids in places which have better AQI. Now, there could be few people, privileged people who manage to do this, but what about others who are forced to now? One such story is of a parent. She had to take a very young son, undergo an operation. And now post that operation, which she feels is directly related to air pollution, she's now thinking, what do I do now? My very young child had to undergo a throat operation, and now to keep his survival on, for better health, should I just leave the national capital altogether? Take a look at what she said.
For the past several weeks, the National Capital Region has been a toxic gas chamber. It has left residents battling a major health crisis. With pollution levels swinging between very poor and severe, hospitals are reporting a sharp spike in chronic diseases and respiratory issues, and families are running out of options. In Noida, one such family has turned their pain into a plea for help. Content creators Sakshi and Sachin recently posted an emotional video of their 5-year-old son, Jareth. The video shows him after a surgery that they say he never should have needed. Doctors diagnosed him with enlarged tonsils and adenoids, a condition that the family says has been worsened by the very air that they breathe. Jareth's mother Sakshi told India Today that the trouble began soon after they moved to Noida 2 years ago. The 5-year-old faced severe cough and breathing difficulties, each episode worse than the last, until doctors finally linked it to long-term exposure to NCR's polluted air.
He was facing this kind of issue. Even in the daytime, he was breathing like he's snoring. So that was very painful. Like my kid is not able to breathe. The doctors were like literally they were saying we are shocked like how he's able to breathe because 80 to 90% of the airways are blocked due to the grade 4 adenoids and the tonsils. Doctor told us that even after the surgery, you have to closely take care of his condition so that he doesn't have that respiratory issues again.
Today, Jareth is recovering at home on heavy antibiotics, but he cannot step outside. He cannot go to school or to play, not even for a few minutes.
2 साल से हम इसको ऑन एंड ऑफ मेडिसिन दे रहे हैं, कभी स्प्रेज दे रहे हैं, कभी इसको स्टीम दी जा रही है, बट इसको वो रिलीफ कुछ दिनों के लिए ही रहता है. मतलब 1 मंथ में 2 से 3 बार भी फीवर आ रहा है, 5-5 दिन एंटीबायोटिक के कोर्स चल रहे हैं. इसकी ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट भी इम्पैक्ट हो रही थी और स्कूलिंग भी इम्पैक्ट हो रही थी.
The family is now left with no choice but to uproot their lives and leave NCR for the sake of their child's health.
तो हमारे लिए वो बहुत ही पेनफुल हो गया था कि ये मतलब हम इसको कहाँ पे ले आए हैं जॉब के चक्कर में कि हमारे बच्चा सांस तक भी नहीं ले पा रहा है. तो ऐसे एनवायरनमेंट ही हम जैसे लोगों को फोर्स करते हैं कि हम लोग इंडिया छोड़ के जाएं या हम कहीं शिफ्ट हों.
Sakshi and Sachin are among the many such families in the capital who are all battling the same fear. Is it only a matter of time until they are forced to flee their own city? Delhiites are caught in a battle between home and health, and for many, that battle is already lost. With Anmol Bali, Bureau Report, India Today.
It is another story, another testimony, another family which is now facing such an impact of pollution that they've decided to, pack up their bag and baggage and wonder what to do next. That's the gravity of the situation, and yet here we are, right outside Parliament. parliamentarians who are breathing the same air but don't seem to sort of catch on to that matter just yet. I wanted to speak to Aishwarya, to you earlier as well, to understand this point. Now, Maushami here was telling us earlier that they're thinking about it. They're thinking about doing a protest. They're thinking about bringing out, putting more pressure on the matter. But there are so many solutions that already exist. A lot of jokes were made out of what the Prime Minister said in the opening remarks for Parliament as well. You want to elaborate on that, on how was that taken internally?
Well, actually, a lot of people actually thought that what he actually meant was this is the beginning of the new session, and he was not actually taking a pot shot at the year. And what he said actually was that you guys are here now, enjoy the weather, in the sense that he said that you will enjoy the upcoming session, because BJP, in fact, let me tell you, has a lot of things planned. But yes, internally at the moment, from what I understand, it's Rekha Gupta who in fact has been pushing for this. She is now understanding that you need to move above the politics that you did. The Aam Aadmi Party used to point fingers and say that you are not doing anything. You are not doing anything.
They first said farm fires, then Aam Aadmi Party came in power, and then they stopped saying it was farm fires.
Because the government
But now that's not the case, right? There is just one party all across.
That's the reason why now they believe, and Rekha Gupta, to give her credit for this, she actually has been internally pushing for it, and she believes that there's no harm in coming out and giving a deadline. So that's what the government at the moment is looking at, that let's sit down, brainstorm, and then come out with a deadline. It might take 6 months, it might take 1 year, it might even take 2 years, because this is not something which can be done in a jiffy. They don't have a magic wand which will sort it out, but yes, they are very, very aware of the fact that this is something which is hampering them, which is hampering the politics, and it is also hampering the voters. So that awareness definitely is there. But yes, will it translate into a discussion on the floor of the Parliament? We'll still have to wait.
We'll still have to see. Here we're getting information from our colleague Maushami that there might be a protest in Parliament tomorrow on the issue of pollution, but we'll wait and watch. Meanwhile, some more updates coming in. Let's take a look. All right, this is coming in from DMK MP, who has now urged the government to rethink holding Parliament session during peak smog period. Now, the DMK MP goes on to say that amidst concern over air pollution in the national capital, P. Wilson has termed it as a gas chamber. We all have, in fact. He went on to urge to the government to reconsider holding the winter session of Parliament amid peak smog period. He also went on to say, in a debate that he was participating on the resolution to extend the Water Amendment Act of 2024, he said pollution is no longer a statutory concern but has become a national emergency, and suggested efforts to decongest the national capital. He also said, and I quote, "Nowhere is pollution more visible than right here in the capital city. Delhi has become a gas chamber." Also going on to add that Parliament cannot sit in silence while citizens gasp for survival. In 2025, Delhi has not seen a single day that matches WHO's safe standards. People in Delhi are losing over 8 years of life expectancy due to pollution. Very glad these comments are finally being made on the floor of the House. Let's listen in to what else he said.
Due to air pollution, between 2022 and 2024, our hospitals in Delhi saw over 2 lakhs acute respiratory cases linked directly to this toxic air. And let us be honest, stubble burning is only one chapter. The single largest culprit every Delhi sees daily is traffic congestion, vehicular emissions, and over-centralization of everything in this one city. Why should all works be carried out from Delhi? Why should governance in 2025 operate in the same manner it did in 1950? The government must seriously consider whether Parliament winter sessions during peak smog months are even advisable. The constitutional requirement of number of days of sitting can be achieved by working in other sessions, avoiding winter sessions. There is no constitutional mandate that every constitutional body or authority must sit in Delhi. Sir, let the government establish regional benches of Supreme Court in Chennai, Mumbai, Kolkata, and reduce the work of the Supreme Court at New Delhi. Likewise, shift the principal benches of tribunals to other parts of the country. Likewise, move the ministries and statutory bodies to other states. Spread the administrative load across the country. Let us decongest Delhi and allow Delhi to breathe good air. At this juncture, I wish to briefly highlight the urgent issue of the Okenical water supply and fluorosis mitigation project launched in 2010 to address severe fluoride contamination in Dharmaburi and Krishnagiri districts and successfully completed in 2013.
First comments I have to say that have been made on the floor of the House this session at least on the issue of pollution. But talking about it, we've been constantly saying it's not become an urgent issue, neither for the ruling NDA nor for the opposition as well. We haven't seen enough being done, said, or even spoken about by the opposition. But Bhavreen here did meet with Rahul Gandhi a couple of days ago. You went with a lot of kids, there was an interaction. What was your sense? Is there, like I said, comments being made is one thing. We need action on ground and we need it now. Any assurance on at least what will be done, what's in the pipeline?
So, Sonal, we've been, I don't know, for umpteen number of years, begging here during the winter parliament session, because winter is a time when we are all experiencing this air pollution. There is not a word of air pollution. I still remember right here, last to last year, we had children's press conference. There were children sitting here. We made a dais for them. They all sat there, spoke about it. And, and of course, all the kind media was covered. But otherwise, so यहाँ से एक जगह हम झांक भी नहीं सकते आगे citizens parliament की तरफ. So this meant a lot that someone has reached out to the mothers, to the citizens of the city and asking them that, okay, what is it that you want to do? What is it? Because what I just said, that in our hearts...
But we need more than a crying shoulder, right? We need action.
Absolutely. There should be dharna, they should be on the floor, not get up. Say it now, we are not getting up. This is something so important, so critical.
Were you able to verbalize this with Rahul Gandhi that we need you?
We need a joint parliamentary committee, because only shore machana nahi na. There has to be strategic work. See, the state pollution boards have failed. Undoubtedly. National Clean Air Program has failed. It's year after year after year. We're on a decade now, and there's no question of giving more time. Now you need someone there who is like an independent body, or a person like the RBI, who is not going to be answerable to politicians or the bureaucrats. And that person is going to be game changer, because here nothing works. आप CA QM से कैसे expect कर रहे हो कि वो किसी को prosecute करेंगे? उनके अपने भाई दोस्त बैठे हुए हैं वहाँ पर. So we're going on in the circles saying the same things, but there are big problems.
I think what you're saying reminds me of what Kiran Bedi spoke on the show a couple of days ago. Kiran Bedi, who has been a contestant for chief ministerial candidate from the BJP from here in the national capital, has been LG for Puducherry, and has been a long time Delhi wala, really, right? Now she for the first time has come out and spoken very, very vocally on air pollution, and she suggested something that actually makes sense. She said there should be a COVID-like national body to monitor clean air. We need that level of coordination among states, with centre, and have authorities who have teeth to actually implement on the ground. Does that make sense?
I think it makes complete sense. I think it looks more and more that citizens will have to lead on this. And that's what I felt. When I started my journey as an activist, I was so angry and I was pointing fingers at politicians. Then I was pointing fingers at everybody around me that was polluting. And I think eventually I reconciled after 10 years that, let me just fix my actions and lead by example. And
your action was you left Delhi.
Well, I started creating a forest. I started, doing ecological restoration, bringing back native species, driving EV, walking, cycling, whatever I can do. I can only lead by example. And I think the citizens, have a huge role to play here as well. How much can somebody tell you that for your own life and your health and for the health and life of your children and your parents, you need to do this. I think if people don't realize it now, after suffering so much, I know that every family, there's... I would say at least half of every family is sick. I did all my mother's test reports today. She fainted a few days ago, high blood pressure. Everybody is suffering and hurting in some way or the other. She's 79 years old. I think if we don't realize it ourselves, and if we are not willing to change our behavior, because even government, whatever they do, they're going to force us to change our behavior, right? So why can't we do it on our own? Don't we have a brain?
That's a good point, and something that I've been constantly saying as well, that why is it that when I also go out, I report with a mask on. Right now we're not wearing one because of this broadcast, but otherwise every time I'm wearing, I'm probably the only person in the room. And I'm questioned that, oh, 4 mahine ki to baat hai. I think that attitude needs to change as well. But let me bring in Milan over here. Milan, we've been talking constantly. You've done so many reports as well. This apathy that people are not able to relate degradation in their own body directly with air pollution. We spoke about this earlier because it's not an immediate impact. It takes some time to actually show results, right? Is that the only reason why perhaps we haven't seen a lot of citizen awareness as well on this?
Well, absolutely. But because of what we've been covering, because of all the noise we've been making, there has been some citizen awareness. I see a lot of people talking about pollution, itchy eyes, scratchy throat. In fact, you and I report daily and we feel it every time that we go home. And the reality is that the first time that for the 15 years that I've been covering pollution, there's been a reply in Parliament saying that respiratory illnesses are being triggered by pollution, and more than 2 lakh such cases have been seen, 30,000 needing hospitalization since 2022 to 2025. And that itself is an admission of how pollution is killing everybody who's living in Delhi NCR slowly. And this is the first time that there's been such an admission linking air pollution to acute respiratory illnesses. And that itself, when doctors have come out and said that you must leave if you can, and those who can't certainly have to suffer in this air, that itself should be enough for people to have awareness for the fact that Delhi's air is so toxic.
But why is it that this thing that you and I talk about every day, all of us have been raising for over a decade now, does not cut ties with those in power? Why is it that they haven't woken up to the issue? Because I believe today also you spoke with experts at CPCB, at CAQM, and you asked them the exact question that when we go out and we look at the pollution monitoring system, it's a farce. You have
At the press conference of Bhupendra Yadav, I'm sure she would have asked that question.
So like you and I did that ground report where we went and saw sprinkling of water around AQI monitors. So when the CPCB chairperson was asked about this, he said, we've been doing stuff scientifically. And he completely became evasive on the water sprinkling around the AQI monitors. And we also asked him, why did the data go missing right after Diwali when air quality monitoring stations were not working? There were patches and gaps. He said, no, there's no human interference and we've never shut down the monitoring stations. We've never had this kind of an issue.
They are defiant.
They're defiant. They just denied it completely. And that is where the data manipulation actually happens. And when we look at data is where we see the complete truth coming.
So if you don't have a desire to manipulate data, why shut down the monitor at the US American Embassy? That was the only data that I used to follow, even though that's in Chanakyapuri, the cleanest spot. The other thing, if they're talking about science, and I'm going to say this because I was on the first air pollution task force created by Mr. Kejriwal in 2015. When people from DPCB and CPCB, the directors on that task force, they only used to talk about dust. Delhi's problem is dust. And it's really unfortunate from 2015.
Not NO2, not sulfur, nothing else.
Not PM 2.5, the big one, the black carbon carcinogen. Even today, 10 years later, they're still trying to sprinkle water everywhere in Delhi, and we don't even have the water to sprinkle because they're still trying to fight dust. And let me go on record loud and clear, dust has never killed anybody and dust will never kill anybody. So God damn it, stop sprinkling water everywhere from buildings. I'm fed up of, listening to this sprinkling nonsense. It's just a waste of taxpayer money, just like smog towers, just like artificial rain. We have to reduce the emissions at the source. That's the only science. There is no other science. There are no farm fires. The farmers are not at fault. The only science is the bad habits and the ill habits of the people that live in Delhi NCR. We have to reduce our emissions. That's it, period.
Period. That is indeed what all of us need at the moment. But for a moment, let's go back to that report that Milan was speaking about. She did go and confront the officers at CPCB. This is what they said.
For you, me, and every commuter in the national capital, traffic jams are not just an everyday nuisance. They're also pollution hotspots.
ये लगातार जो हमारी एयर क्वालिटी को लेकर के बैठक चलती है, आज हमारी छठी बैठक थी। इसमें मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर, हाउसिंग, अर्बन अफेयर, रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट, एनसीआर की स्टेट गवर्नमेंट, सिविक बॉडीज, एमसीडी गुड़गांव, फरीदाबाद, नोएडा, दिल्ली पुलिस, सीएक्यूएम, सीपीसीबी, स्टेट पॉल्यूशन बोर्ड, ये आज छठी करी है। इससे के पहले हमारे सेक्रेटरी साहब के भी अंडर में और सीएक्यूएम चेयर के अंडर में भी 2 मीटिंगें हुई हैं।
जैसे दिल्ली में 62 ट्रैफिक कंजेशन हॉटस्पॉट्स हैं, उसको जल्दी से जल्दी उन पे कार्रवाई की जाए। उनमें से कुछ ऐसे हैं जिन पे कि बहुत ही शॉर्ट टर्म में काम किया जा सकता है। उसके लिए भी ट्रैफिक पुलिस और जो पीडब्ल्यूडी और अदर अथॉरिटीज जिनसे ये ट्रैफिक कंजेशन कम होगा, उनको भी निर्देश दिए गए हैं।
Now, even the government agrees. At a high-level meeting, the Environment Ministry flagged 62 congestion hotspots across Delhi NCR that are directly worsening air quality. We visited a few obvious ones to see how bad it really gets.
When there is a traffic signal at ITO, since there are no bus lanes on one side, there is immense congestion that happens here, which leads to an higher amount of air quality index and overall bad toxic air because the vehicles are guzzling emissions. And here is where the most prominent hotspot of congestion is seen.
In many of these sites, the CAQM, Commission for Air Quality Management in National Capital Region and adjoining areas, says small, quick fixes like better traffic management, coordinated policing, clearing parked vehicles and roadside encroachments can drastically cut emissions. Authorities including the Delhi Traffic Police, PWD, MCD and local enforcement teams have been asked to work together for fastest possible mitigation. This comes as NCR towns Ghaziabad, Noida, Gurugram and Faridabad have also been told to immediately act on their own identified hotspots. The focus: removing illegal parking, clearing right-of-way obstructions, regulating auto tempo stands, smoother traffic dispersal, repairing broken stretches that create dust. In a new move, the CAQM is forming an expert committee on vehicular pollution, which NCR districts require to prepare a 1-year action plan. Ghaziabad and Noida will draft their plans first, followed by Gurugram and Faridabad. The Commission has also pushed for stronger dust management, noting that dispersed dust sources like construction leftovers, unpaved stretches and roadside dumping are still going unchecked. Environment experts say unless parking issues are sorted, nothing will work on ground.
Majority of the problem is parking. And yesterday at the Rajya Sabha, when they raised, because on the CAQM advice of raising the parking pricing, it wasn't allowed, taken up. Things should be out of their hands. Nobody, this is criminal now, that every nook and corner of Delhi is parking.
At a pollution protest, some even agreed at this point to an odd-even scheme. That is how desperate Delhiites are for clean air.
An emergency plan, you have your GRAP, why did they lift it? Yeah, you could do an odd even if you say the bulk of the emissions are vehicular emissions. Why don't you do an odd even?
Are you agreed to an odd even?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, and we felt that when it was there, implemented, it actually showed a difference on the days when there was odd even. There was a difference. Vehicular pollution was shown to be one of the worst sources. Of course, we're not scientists. They should do that themselves. They've got enough scientists on board.
Enough scientists, they can take expert advice. Traditionally, our governments have never listened to the experts because it's inconvenient. Yeah.
So while Delhi prepares long-term policies on air quality,
Need of the hour is to fix what is fixable fast. Basic enforcement could make the quickest difference.
Internal sources of pollution that can be easily managed are being left on their own so that the pollution levels in the National Capital Region increase. These are simple measures that can be taken by the traffic regulatory authorities is what the CPCB and CAQM are saying, and they need to identify all these to make sure immediate measures are brought in to reduce the toxic air in the national capital. With Alok Das, Milan Sharma for India Today.
All right, so for the past hour or so, we've been bringing you different perspectives, different voices, both some inside the parliament, some outside the parliament as well. But then today, while I was at that protest site at Jantar Mantar, there was a very unique voice that really hit my ears. This is a guy who used to stay in Delhi, then became a pollution refugee, shifted base to the hills. But today, for the sake of the protest, he came back. And he's come back, his inspiration being a pollution song. If you're as curious as I am, listen in. People have different forms of expression. One beautiful form is music. I have with me Vishal here. He goes by the handle Both Music, and he has a pollution song. So let's hear it.
ओ मेरी रूह का परिंदा फड़फड़ाए, खास खास मेरी जान निकली जाए, करना चाहूं कुछ और हो कुछ और जाए, फ्यूचर अपना मुझको धुंधला नजर आए, क्या हाल तूने मेरा ये कर दिया, ओ काके ओ काके ओ काके ये क्या किया, ओ काके ये क्या किया, क्या ये जग हो गया, हर तरफ है धुआं, बच्चे की जान लेगा क्या, ओ काके ये क्या किया, ओ दिन वो आने दूर नहीं जब घुट घुट के मर जाएगा, अच्छे दिन की बात करे भाई सास न तुझको आएगा, विकास को तेरे रोक ले थोड़ा, विकास को तेरे रोक ले थोड़ा वरना गाली खाएगा, अपनी तेरी बीत गई मेरी आफत कर जाएगा, ऐसा कैसा प्यार दिखाए, आते जाते गंद फैलाए, धरती माँ को दे के बैसाखी, खुद को राष्ट्र भक्त बताए, ब्लडी हिपोक्रेट, ओ काके ये क्या किया, क्या ये जग हो गया, हर तरफ है धुआं, बच्चे की जान लेगा क्या।
विशाल, कहाँ से आए आप?
मैं देहरादून में अभी शिफ्ट हुआ हूँ हाल ही में दिल्ली से, वैसे मैं गुड़गांव पला बड़ा हूँ, और पिछले 10-12 सालों से मैं इस चीज़ को खुद फेस कर रहा हूँ। मेरे एलर्जिक रेनाइटिस, एक्यूट ब्रोंकाइटिस और रेस्पिरेटरी डिसऑर्डर्स चलते ही रहते हैं, तो ऐसे अटैक्स भी आते हैं मेरे को वंस इन अ व्हाइल, खासकर दिवाली के दौरान। तो बस वही है।
लोग तो दिल्ली छोड़ के देहरादून जाते हैं, आप देहरादून से यहाँ पर क्या करने आ गए?
मैं आया था प्रोटेस्ट करने के लिए, तो मेरी किस्मत कभी कभी मुझे लगता है कुछ ज्यादा ही अच्छी होती है, तो मेरे को एंड का स्लॉट मिला था और वो भी मैं परफॉर्म कर नहीं पाया प्रोटेस्ट में, बट किस्मत से आप मिल गए और आपने इस चीज को कवर किया, तो उसका शुक्रिया।
मैं जानना चाहती हूँ आपके जो सॉन्ग की धुन है, जो ऐसा क्या है इसमें जो आपको लगता है पार्लियामेंट जो सिर्फ 2 किलोमीटर दूर है वहां तक इसे पहुंचना चाहिए?
ये मुद्दा हर व्यक्ति का है। पहले शुरुआत में जैसे हम जैसे कुछ लोग थे जो थोड़ा मतलब इस चीज से प्रभावित थे और जो इस चीज के बारे में अवेयर थे उसके लिए था, लेकिन अभी एयर पोल्यूशन घर घर में, खास करके जैसे मैं अभी देहरादून से मैं पहाड़ों में घूम रहा था, तो मैं आया हूँ यहाँ पे, तो मेरे को एहसास इसका ज्यादा हुआ है। नहीं तो जो एनसीआर में रहते जैसे खासकर मेरे माँ बाप ही या मेरे रिश्तेदार हैं, जो दोस्त हैं, उन लोगों को कोई खास फर्क पड़ता नहीं है, तो अभी नहीं पड़ रहा। पर जैसे मैं देख रहा हूँ कि मेरे जो दोस्त हैं उनके बच्चे हैं या कोई भी बच्चे आसपास में, हर दूसरा व्यक्ति बीमार है, और ये चीज तो पहुंचनी चाहिए सबके पास।
ये बहुत कहा जा रहा है कि पोल्यूशन का जो मुद्दा है ये कुछ लोगों के लिए ही बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, बाकी के लोग तो मास्क भी नहीं पहनते, उनको फर्क नहीं पड़ता, वो तो खुश हैं कि चलिए स्कूल बंद नहीं हुए। ऐसे लोगों को क्या कहेंगे आप?
रुक जाओ थोड़ी देर दोस्तों, पता चलेगा तुम्हें।
Thank you so much. So that was Vishal. Like I said, expressions, forms of protest are so many. This one clearly takes the cake on making it musical, making it lyrical, but also sending out that very important message. All right, so that was the song over there, just one of the many which have been made online as well. But that's the message. If you want to hear it in a song, if you want to hear it in a protest, if you want to hear it in a mother's cry, or you want to hear it in a young kid asking for stuff to be done. The choice is yours, but you cannot ignore this issue anymore. I want to thank all my guests for being here, bringing us insights on the matter as well. And we want to leave you, the viewer, with this thought. While we battle it out, while we try and evoke this conversation every day, for you, the thing to remember is always keep your mask up. And if you can afford to, please get an air purifier. Thank you so much for watching. This is from the entire team. This is goodbye.